Stephen A. Smith, I think you had some marriage advice for me.
Alexis Ohanian has always been known as a man of conviction, someone who stands firmly behind the principles he believes in, whether in business, in public discussions, or in his personal life. Yet, even he was thrust into the glare of public scrutiny when, months prior, Stephen A. Smith made headlines with a provocative statement about his wife, Serena Williams. In the world of celebrity commentary, words have power, and sometimes they carry consequences that ripple far beyond a single moment. Stephen A. Smith, with his bold commentary on live television, claimed he would divorce Serena over her Super Bowl halftime appearance, a performance that celebrated not only her artistry, but also her history, her strength, and her unapologetic individuality. For many, it was just another headline, another soundbite meant to provoke discussion. But for Alexis, it was personal, a challenge to the foundation of his marriage, and an opportunity to show the world the depth of his partnership with one of the most remarkable athletes of our time.
Months later, the moment arrived for Alexis to respond. On live television, he had the chance to address the controversy head-on, to clarify, to defend, and to illuminate what true partnership looks like. He did not approach it with defensiveness or anger, nor did he allow the comments to define the narrative around his family. Instead, he spoke with confidence, respect, and a kind of quiet authority that only comes from lived experience. Alexis and Serena, married since 2017, are not just partners. They are co-creators of a family, raising two daughters, Alexis and Adira, in a world that often scrutinizes the personal choices of public figures. Their life together is an intricate balance of love, support, career ambition, and family responsibility, and Alexis made it clear that no external commentary could undermine that balance.
When he began speaking, Alexis framed the conversation around understanding, perspective, and context. He acknowledged the attention the Super Bowl performance had received and the boldness of Serena's choice to take the stage, not merely as a celebrity or performer, but as a woman with a voice, a history, and a story to tell. Serena's appearance was a statement, a personal expression of her journey, and an artistic moment that connected music, culture, and her own life experiences. To reduce it to a moment of marital controversy, as Stephen A. Smith did, was to miss the nuance entirely. Alexis recognized this, and he used the platform to set the record straight, not just for the public, but for his family, for Serena, and for the example he wished to set for their daughters.
In defending his marriage, Alexis highlighted a truth that often gets lost in celebrity discourse. Love and partnership cannot be measured by external opinion or by public performance. He emphasized that the strength of his relationship with Serena is built on shared respect, mutual admiration, and the ability to support each other's individuality. Serena's choices, bold and unapologetic, are part of the woman he married, the mother of his children, and the extraordinary athlete he admires. For Alexis, her Super Bowl appearance was not a point of contention. It was a celebration of who she is. Moreover, Alexis used the moment to reflect on the absurdity of commentary that reduces complex relationships to simplistic judgments. He pointed out that marriage, partnership,
Family life are lived in nuance, in moments that the public may never see. They exist in quiet, intimate spaces. The late-night conversations, the shared decision-making, the balancing of careers, parenting, and personal ambition. Headlines, opinions, and viral clips can never capture that depth, yet they often dominate the narrative. Alexis made it clear that the real story, the story of their family, of Serena and himself, of their daughters' lives, is far richer, more layered, and profoundly resilient. As he spoke, the tone was neither defensive nor confrontational. Instead, it carried a calm authority, a reminder that respect and understanding are far more powerful than sensationalism. Alexis's message was simple but profound. The people who matter, the family who shares your life, are the ones who define your reality.
Public commentary, while loud and attention-grabbing, cannot dictate the value, strength, or love within a marriage. By framing his response this way, Alexis elevated the conversation from tabloid fodder to a lesson in partnership, respect, and unwavering commitment. He also took the opportunity to celebrate Serena, highlighting not only her achievements as one of the greatest athletes in history, but also her courage in being unapologetically herself. Serena's decision to perform at the Super Bowl was not an act of provocation, it was an assertion of identity, of autonomy, and of artistry. Alexis's defense of that choice underscored the importance of supporting loved ones fully, especially when they are at the center of public scrutiny. It was a masterclass in advocacy within a relationship, speaking up not to fight the critics, but to honor the truth of the partnership. The conversation naturally touched on the media's fascination with marriage, celebrity, and judgment. Alexis acknowledged that public figures are often placed under intense scrutiny, their decisions analyzed, criticized, and amplified. Yet he demonstrated that true love and partnership thrive not by appeasing external opinion, but by reinforcing trust, respect, and shared vision. He reminded viewers that the metrics for a successful marriage are deeply personal: shared values, mutual support, emotional intimacy, and the ability to navigate life's challenges together. Public commentary, while loud, is irrelevant when the foundation of the relationship is solid. Alexis's response was also a subtle lesson in poise and emotional intelligence. By addressing the controversy calmly, without resorting to anger or sensationalism, he modeled a form of communication that is increasingly rare in public discourse. He showed that it is possible to respond to criticism, to protect a loved one, and to assert the truth of a relationship without creating more drama. His approach was both strategic and deeply human, reflecting the maturity and care with which he navigated his roles as husband, father, and public figure. In the broader context, Alexis's defense of his marriage highlighted the intersections of celebrity, media, and personal life. While public fascination often drives attention to sensational stories, the reality of family life remains private, intimate, and nuanced. Alexis and Serena exemplify how to navigate that tension gracefully by prioritizing love, communication, and mutual respect over viral sound bites or opinionated commentary. It was a reminder that the real narrative, the one that shapes lives, relationships, and family, is far deeper than what headlines suggest. The moment on live television was also a powerful example for their daughters, Alexis and Adira. Through his words, Alexis modeled how to respond to criticism with grace, how to defend what matters without resorting to conflict, and how to honor the people you love by standing by them confidently. In doing so, he not only defended his marriage publicly, but also created a teachable moment for the next generation, showing that integrity, respect, and love are inseparable from courageous communication. Finally, the statement served as a celebration of partnership in its most authentic form. Alexis's defense was not just a rebuttal to Stephen A. Smith's comments. It was an affirmation of the life he and Serena have built together. It highlighted a marriage grounded in respect, love, and mutual empowerment. A partnership that thrives because both individuals are supported fully, celebrated authentically, and allowed the space to express themselves without fear or judgment. In an age where public opinion often eclipses personal truth, Alexis Ohanian's response stands out as a testament to the power of integrity, communication, and devotion. He demonstrated that defending a marriage is not about proving critics wrong. It is about honoring the depth, complexity, and resilience of the relationship itself. Through his words, he reminded the world that love, partnership, and family cannot be reduced to headlines, sound bites, or fleeting commentary. They exist in commitment, in respect, and in the unwavering choice to stand by one another through both praise and critique,
spotlight and scrutiny, celebration and challenge. Ultimately, Alexis Ohanian's response was not just a public statement. It was a declaration of love, a lesson in partnership, and a model of how to navigate personal relationships with courage, grace, and authenticity in the modern age. It was a reminder that real love, the kind that endures and flourishes, is defended not with defensiveness, but with clarity, confidence, and unwavering support.
Stephen A. Smith, I think you had some marriage advice for me. Is that right? Or
Well, you know what? Listen, I did it. People, headlines are headlines. We can get into that another time, but I was
hoping you were going to be here.
I'm not. Oh no, I am not qualified. Married? Right. Oh no, not me. Well, I ain't qualified, my brother. I'm not qualified.
I was going to ask because you hadn't been married before, right?
I am married.
No, Stephen. Okay. Yeah, because I give advice to plenty of founders who want to build billion-dollar companies. And the reason I do that is because I build billion-dollar companies.
Yeah.
The story truly began when Serena Williams made an unforgettable and unexpected appearance during the Super Bowl halftime show, joining Kendrick Lamar for his performance of Not Like Us. The track, widely rumored to be a pointed diss aimed at her ex, Drake, whom she reportedly dated around 2015, added a charged layer of intrigue to the performance. It was a moment that fused music, personal history, and cultural commentary in a way that only Serena could pull off, blending her identity as a legendary athlete with her voice as an empowered, fearless woman. The performance was electric, commanding attention not just for its energy, but for its statement. Serena had never been one to shy away from bold choices, and the Super Bowl
Stage, with its millions of viewers, became a platform to assert herself unapologetically. To many, it was a celebration of autonomy, a reminder that Serena Williams is not just a tennis icon, but a multi-dimensional personality who commands respect both on and off the court. The performance resonated with fans worldwide, sparking admiration for her courage, creativity, and the way she embraced her individuality on such a monumental stage. Yet, as often happens when celebrity lives intersect with public opinion, the moment also attracted controversy. The day after the halftime show, Stephen A. Smith, known for his forthright commentary, delivered a dramatic take that immediately went viral. Speaking on live television, he declared that if Serena were his wife, her performance at the Super Bowl would be grounds for divorce. His words were sharp, provocative, and impossible to ignore, instantly igniting debate across social media, talk shows, and online publications. Critics and commentators dissected every phrase, while fans rushed to defend Serena's right to express herself freely. For Alexis Ohanian, Serena's husband, the comments were more than just headlines. They were a challenge to the foundation of their marriage and a misunderstanding of the values that define their partnership. Alexis, who has been married to Serena since 2017 and shared 2 daughters, Alexis and Adira, recognized immediately that the public narrative being spun around this single moment missed the core truth. The Super Bowl cameo was not a rebellion, a provocation, or a betrayal. It was Serena being exactly who she has always been, strong, autonomous, and unapologetically herself. To frame it as anything else was to ignore the essence of the woman he married, the partner who shares his life, and the mother of their children. Alexis knew that responding was necessary, but it required careful thought, not just for himself or Serena, but for the example it would set for their daughters. His marriage is grounded in mutual respect, trust, and admiration, principles that cannot be shaken by opinionated commentary or sensationalized headlines. The Super Bowl performance, in Alexis's eyes, was a celebration of Serena's courage and individuality, a reminder of why he fell in love with her, and a moment to embrace rather than criticize. The context of the performance is critical. Serena's appearance was not an isolated stunt. It was informed by her life experiences, her history with Kendrick Lamar, and her personal journey navigating fame, relationships, and public scrutiny. She has always understood the intersection of culture, influence, and visibility, and she approached the Super Bowl stage with intention, confidence, and pride. To reduce that complexity to a statement about marital fidelity was not only unfair, it was a misunderstanding of what it truly means to honor a partner, celebrate their identity, and support their choices. Alexis's response was measured but firm. He emphasized that headlines and sound bites often distort reality, and that the truth of their marriage is far more nuanced than any viral clip could convey. For him, Serena's performance was a source of admiration, not conflict. It was a reminder that their partnership thrives on independence, empowerment, and mutual respect, and that the strength of a marriage is demonstrated not in limiting each other's choices, but in embracing them fully.
The controversy also offered an opportunity to highlight a deeper lesson. Public commentary, while loud, does not define the bonds of a family. Alexis and Serena's relationship, forged through years of shared experiences, triumphs, and challenges, exists beyond the headlines. Their daughters, Alexis and Adira, observe a model of love that is grounded in understanding, advocacy, and unwavering support. By defending Serena's choice, Alexis was not just responding to a media narrative. He was modeling the kind of partnership he wants his children to understand, one where respect, courage, and individuality are celebrated rather than constrained. Furthermore, Alexis framed the moment in the broader context of Serena's life. He recalled past controversies, such as the criticism Serena faced for her own Wimbledon performance
years earlier, where similar scrutiny emerged over her dance moves and stage presence. The parallels were clear. Serena has long been judged more harshly for expressing herself than for her achievements on the court. By speaking up, Alexis illuminated the double standard, advocating not just for Serena's autonomy, but for the fairness and respect all women deserve when asserting themselves publicly. The conversation also extended into cultural and generational implications. Serena's performance at the Super Bowl was layered with meaning, connecting music, identity, and personal history in a way that resonated with millions. It was a cultural statement, a fusion of artistry and lived experience, and Alexis's defense underscored the importance of supporting loved ones when they take risks, make bold choices, or engage with the world in ways that
challenge norms. It was a powerful reminder that partnership is not about controlling one another, but about celebrating and protecting the freedom to express oneself fully. Through his response, Alexis transformed what could have been a moment of embarrassment or conflict into a lesson in love, respect, and modern partnership. He demonstrated that defending a spouse is not about confrontation or proving critics wrong. It is about recognizing the truth of a relationship and standing by it with confidence and grace. His words were not only a defense of Serena, but a declaration of the values that underpin their marriage: trust, support, and the celebration of individuality. The impact of his response rippled far beyond the immediate controversy. Fans and observers praised his approach, noting the maturity, empathy, and authenticity he displayed. By reframing the narrative, Alexis shifted the focus from scandal to integrity, from criticism to celebration, and from sensationalism to a genuine understanding of what it means to honor a partner's choices. The lesson was clear. Love is strongest when it supports growth, celebrates courage, and protects autonomy. Even in the face of public scrutiny, Alexis maintained his composure, showing that thoughtful, calm, and principled responses can defuse tension and shift perspectives. His words conveyed the essence of their partnership: a shared commitment to respect, empowerment, and unconditional support. It was a moment that reinforced the idea that marriage is not about controlling or limiting each other, but about standing together, even when the world misunderstands, judges, or criticizes. Ultimately, the Super Bowl controversy and Alexis's response became a defining moment in their public narrative, one that highlighted both Serena's autonomy and Alexis's devotion. It showed the world that their marriage is built on a foundation far stronger than gossip, commentary, or viral headlines. Their partnership thrives not despite challenges, but because they navigate them with clarity,
courage, and unwavering love. Through every reaction, every headline, and every opinion, Alexis made it clear the story of their marriage is theirs to tell. He defended Serena not just because she is his wife, but because he understands the depth, courage, and brilliance she brings to every aspect of her life. Their daughters, their family, and the world are witnesses to a partnership defined by respect, integrity, and the celebration of individuality.
The Super Bowl performance was never a threat to their love. It was a reflection of it, a bold, unapologetic expression of identity, supported wholeheartedly by the partner who sees her, understands her, and champions her every day. Alexis's words, calm yet commanding, reshaped the narrative, transforming potential controversy into a celebration of partnership, empowerment, and unwavering commitment. In the end, the moment stands as a testament to what it truly means to defend a marriage, to stand with your partner, to honor their choices, and to recognize that love is strongest when it celebrates individuality, courage, and authenticity. Alexis Ohanian's response was not just a rebuttal. It was a declaration, a lesson, and a model for navigating love, partnership, and public scrutiny in the modern world.
If I'm married and my wife is going to join trolling her ex, go back to his ass. Because clearly you don't belong with me. What you worried about him for and you with me?
I gotta get that lick back.
For Alexis Ohanian, there was never a moment of doubt or criticism regarding Serena's Super Bowl performance. In his eyes, every step, every movement, every choice she made on that stage was a testament to her brilliance, resilience, and unapologetic authenticity. Far from seeing it as a point of contention, Alexis celebrated it wholeheartedly, recognizing the layers of meaning behind her performance and the courage it took to stand in the spotlight, fully herself. He took to X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, to share his perspective with the world, offering not only praise for Serena, but also context for those who might misunderstand the significance of her actions. Some of y'all have no idea how criticized Serena was for this.
Same dance at Wimbledon 13 years ago, he wrote, reminding the public that Serena's boldness has always been met with scrutiny, regardless of her intent. What might appear as a simple dance or playful gesture was, in reality, a cultural statement, a reflection of a lifetime navigating expectations, judgments, and the weight of fame. Through his words, Alexis highlighted that the conversation was never truly about music, performance, or even entertainment. It was about something far deeper. Serena's choices have always carried significance beyond the surface, touching on identity, empowerment, and societal perception. By drawing attention to the criticism she faced more than a decade ago, Alexis emphasized that this moment was part of a larger narrative, a story of perseverance, self-expression, and the enduring strength required to navigate the public eye while remaining authentically oneself. Alexis's praise was not perfunctory. It was deliberate, heartfelt, and informed by his intimate knowledge of Serena as both a partner and a mother. He understood that the public often sees only fragments, snippets, or viral moments, but he saw the context, the history, and the courage that shaped that performance. To him,
Serena was not just performing a routine. She was asserting her identity, challenging outdated expectations, and celebrating her journey with confidence and pride. By framing the performance in this way, Alexis offered a lesson in perspective and empathy. He reminded the world that public figures, especially women in positions of immense visibility, are often subjected to scrutiny that ignores the full context of their choices. Serena's Dandafani performance was a testament to her courage and resilience, and a source of inspiration for countless others.
Super Bowl moment, when viewed through the lens of history, experience, and resilience, was not only admirable, it was emblematic of her courage to live and perform authentically, regardless of public opinion. Alexis's celebration of Serena also reinforced a core truth about their marriage. Mutual respect and unwavering support form the bedrock of their relationship. In praising her publicly, he not only defended her against critics, but also set an example of partnership and
action. Love, as Alexis demonstrated, is about recognizing and honoring the brilliance of your partner, supporting their choices, and standing by them confidently, even when others may misunderstand or misjudge. This moment of praise went beyond social media. It was a declaration of solidarity, a reaffirmation that Serena's accomplishments, her decisions, and her individuality are cherished, respected, and defended within the family. Alexis's words transformed what could have been mere commentary into a celebration of partnership, empowerment, and enduring love.
Through this public acknowledgement, Alexis conveyed that the narrative surrounding Serena's performance is bigger than any single event, bigger than music or entertainment. It is about legacy, identity, and the courage to be unapologetically oneself. By doing so, he reinforced not only Serena's confidence, but also the message to the world. True support and understanding in a partnership transcends external judgment and thrives on appreciation, respect, and shared history. Ultimately, Alexis's praise captured the essence of what it means to stand with someone you love. It was not about defending her against fleeting criticism alone. It was about honoring a lifetime of achievements, struggles, and the relentless pursuit of authenticity. It was a reminder that in a world eager to judge, to oversimplify, and to sensationalize, there is power in context, courage in celebration, and enduring strength in a partnership built on mutual respect and unwavering admiration.